Boom! He's here, live and direct. Not like last night. I was supposed to be on the Truman Show with Santos, but it didn't. Sorry, gotta cut the noise there. It didn't happen for some reason. Who knows? He's having problem with his internet connection. I don't know what it is, the software or something. So too much pressure on the people's head. But we will be. I'll be live. We will be. I'll be live solo on the Truman Show tonight. Tonight around 6 o'clock, I think I put. Yeah. Too much pressure on the people's head. Dirty Babylon. You know, the pressure starts very young on our head. The reason why I think we are in a state of slavery and in a state of is the state that we are now is because first of all we don't ask question. We don't ask question about reality. We don't question reality too much, and we accept what is fed to us, and we accept everything that Babylon tells us, and we take that as truth, as something that has to be part of our life. You know, and that causes a lot of pressure on our heads. A lot of pressure on our heads, a lot of stress, it's a lot of stress in Babylon, especially when you have when you work and have children and all that, the stress. And if you don't have the stress, the stress and the pressure comes when you don't have a lot of money, when you're a bit at the mercy of your paycheck each and every week. That's a lot of pressure. So it's very important. That's why the importance of trying to design a life that, you know, you don't need holidays from your life to escape your reality. Many of times why I was taking, you know, I can do this thing here continually without breaks, without holidays, without because this is what I love. But with the pressure that Babylon put on our head, and it starts very, very young, and the pressure, it starts with the school for children is a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure going to school for children, especially at a young age, like 5-year-old. You send them to school, you take them out of the home, take them out of their familial home, and you bring them into Babylon at 5-year-old, even younger than that. Some start daycare. Some start daycare at 6 months. 6 months they're in daycare. It's someone else than the parents taking care of the children most of the time. Like we've been denurtured. We have lost our touch with what is natural, like nurturing our children. We have even lost the touch with that, to nurture our children properly and to give them, to show them not only the truth, but show them more love and more understanding about the world. Like anyway, so schooling for children, school can have good sides, but it can also have very bad sides when it comes to indoctrination. And we all been indoctrinated in this system, believing everything they told us. So, you know, even when I say you have to unlearn everything you have learned and relearn everything, it's gonna come with you know, clearing the program in your head and reinstalling a new software. And for that, you have to work on yourself and eliminate the pressure of Babylon. You know, be in the now. If you design your life that you don't have, you don't cause yourself extra stress with credit cards and stuff like that, because a lot of our stress come with paying bills. When you're full of bills and you're late in your bills, and you know, it takes away your attention, takes away your focus from the here and now. So it's very, very important to minimize your consummation, the way you consume things. You know, it's not to not have things, but the happiness is not in things anyway. So very important to minimize the bill coming in, you know, the bills coming in and the credit cards and stuff like that, especially if you don't have money. If you are paycheck to paycheck, forget the credit cards and stuff like that. That's just going to put a lot of pressure on your head. a lot of pressure, and sometimes it takes your whole focus away. That's what it's designed for. It's designed for people to fall for it, and after that, their whole life is consumed by their the bills that they have to pay. I lived that kind of life before. I've never been a guy that's been very, very toward credit and stuff like that. I have a credit card, but it's a prepaid. I don't have it here, but it's a prepaid credit card. When I need something, I go put the money on it, and if I don't have the money, I don't have the money. That's it. That's all. I don't buy it. I don't need. Anyway, I'm a very, very grounded, and I'm not into accumulating things. I don't believe into accumulating things to find happiness in life. I don't need things. I don't need objects. Like, this is not. It's might be necessary at one point, maybe to have a car or a way of transportation, but there's so much other ways than registering your car. That's another pressure that we have. I just received a letter from the SAC, the Société de l'assurance automobile du Québec. I gotta go renew my driver's license. It's like, fuck, he gave it to me. Why do I have to renew it? Like, why do this is so nonsense. So nonsense. I passed my driver's license. Okay, I passed it. So why do I have to pay for it every year? Like $100. It's crazy, man. Just that is it can cause a lot of pressure on, some people. Just going to the supermarket cause pressure. Just going to the supermarket can cause a lot of pressure in your life, because if you don't have the money, bills take over life and become the focus of life. For sure, that's what's going to happen. That's why very important to minimize your consumerism, the way you consume things, because it's going to consume your whole life. Your money will consume your whole life. I lived it. I tried to go easy, but now you're going right where I wanted to go. So for sure, it's bills can be so, and that's what. Look, we all work to pay our bills. To pay, most people work also to get money to pay bills, to pay a house that they don't even live in. Like, they buy houses, but they don't even live in because they work all the time to pay the house that they don't live in, to go to work with a car that they don't even own, that they have to pay, that everything we have to pay. There's a cost of living to everything. So at one point, we lose the connection also with Earth. We lose the connection with Earth. We lose the connection with people. We lose the connection with ourselves. We lose the connection with everything around us. So I think minimizing the bills, minimizing the objects around you. If you don't have money, don't buy it. That's it. That's all. And if you really want it, well, go do something out there that will provide you money enough to get it. If that is your dream to acquire a Lamborghini. Like me, it's not my dream to acquire a Lamborghini, but it's it could be someone's dream, and I respect it. Like, you can also, it's not to put all into material, but we have to honor also the world of material. Like, it's not something that is not part of us. I use a computer today to talk to you, so I give thanks for it. We have to honor it, but not lost ourselves into objects and identify ourselves with objects or YouTube or any other social media or whatever tag, label, names you can give yourself. Don't identify yourself, because we don't know. Really, we say we're human, but are we really human? Is just a word. We don't know what we really are. But to define us as human, it's taking away the mystery. We know what we are now. When we don't really know what we are, we don't really know. We are remembering what we are, who we are. So, and what we came to do here. It's clear for some of us that there's a path in front of them, that they have a sense of mission, like me. But others also can be part of this mission. It's not just a certain amount of people that have strength, and no, we have to each other build strength in between us, and it's not with pressure and stress and stuff like that we're going to build strength. That takes away our focus totally. That's why I minimize my bills. I have my current bills, and that's it. My car is paid, everything. I'm not going to go buy another car just because my car is paid and I want to flash with another car. I don't give a shit. I go from here to the chilling spot and come back. So or I go to my mother or, stuff like that. So I don't go very far. I'm very focused on my stuff. I work on myself a lot to get that personal mastery that I'm looking for. So I read a lot. I go reflect in the park. I talk to myself so much. I never talked to myself that much in my life. But that came with releasing the pressure also. Just working every freaking day too is so much pressure, because if you don't go to work, you don't get your pay. And sometimes you even go to work and you don't get your pay in certain countries. So, it's lots of pressure on people's head. And that's why also at one point we lose, like I said, the connection with Earth because of the pressure of Babylon. So, but we have the power to not let ourselves be controlled like that. First of all, if you design your life that you have enough money to survive or to live, because now it's pretty much a survival for a lot of people, and the fear of losing their job, the fear of everything, the fear of not being able to pay their bills, and that comes and create pressure. Pressure creates fear, and I think anyway, yeah. Governments is a lot of pressure. Governments is a lot of pressure because they lie constantly. So they create pressure, they create confusion, they create a lot of confusion. I see a world where I live being very, very confused. It's a very confused world, and it's a very strange world, but I think it's not the nature is not strange, it's the people. People are evil. So evil-minded people, terrible. Terrible. Gotta bring back the love. I pay so much in utilities when these big companies get to use more for less, and we are suppressed for free energy, keeping us that monkey man. Yeah, that's another thing. That's what I explained the other day. Even electricity bills to pay. Bills to pay. Electricity should be free. Here in Quebec, it's Hydro-Québec that's responsible to distribute the electricity to every single Quebecer in the province. Yeah, they have the monopoly. They have the monopoly over everything. So they fix the price. They put the counter on your house. They do everything. They control everything. They want to have the control over us on everything. What we consume, and make sure we pay for it. Make sure that there's a cost to everything. I'm surprised we don't pay for breathing. My emissions came up and I didn't pass. I've paid so much to fix up my car that dies now since paying to have it fixed. Yeah. Oh, emissions came up. Oh, okay, yeah, because you have to pass an emission test. That's another freaking bullshit. Oh, that's so bullshit. Hold on, I have to talk about this. Yeah, that didn't pass. I've paid so much to fix up a car that dies now since paying to have it fixed. Yeah. This is what happened in some states in the United States. You have to pass an emission test. Why? Why? Me, I don't think it's that bad for us, the emission coming out of our cars. That's a hype. That's a hype that they want us to buy into. That's like climate change. It's another thing. If it would be that bad for us, what's coming out of our cars, we would be all freaking dead right now. All freaking dead. The people on the side of the corner where they wait for the bus and they get smoke every 2 minutes by buses and trucks, and they would be all fucking dying on the ground if it would be that bad for us. I breathe it every day when I go walk. I live near a street here. If it would be that bad, my plants wouldn't grow and stuff like that. Like, that's a hype, I think. It's my opinion, but that's another thing to... They just have to create so much law, so much restriction, so much bullshit that people have to buy into. It's insane. It's insane, and people don't even ask questions. Like, okay, they want to pass an emission test on my car. Why? Why you do this? Is it really bad? Oh, scientists told us. Yeah, scientists told us the Earth was a ball too. That's what happened. You know, they tell us so much freaking bullshit, and we buy into all their bullshit. So wake up, people. Ask question. Yeah, that's what I say. We must wake up and ask question. That's for sure, and release the pressure. Release the pressure, because the moment you can start seeing clear in their madness, and I'm not saying I'm right on the car emission and stuff like that, but I think it's a hype. That's how it sounds to me, because I don't know. Like, I don't see, like, we don't see also in hospitals people coming in like, oh, dying of a gas indigestion on the side on the corner waiting for the bus. Like, you don't see that. Man. I never heard of cases of people died of CO2 inhalation instead of other than if you plug it inside your garage, if you do it on purpose. But if you're outside, like, I never seen anybody like having disease because of that. Like, it's just a hype. I think it's just a hype. It's the first of all, CO2, the plant. Yeah, it's just a hype. The CO2, the plants needs it. We need it. I breathe it and I exhale it. So, you know, at one point, and it comes from the earth. It's the oil. It's the blood from the earth. So you're just smoking the blood. So wrong with that. Like, why would it be so bad for us? I don't get it. I don't buy into any freaking hypes anymore. I question everything because nothing makes sense. It's just to control us and put more pressure on our heads. That's all it is. That's all it is. Put pressure, so you got to go for your test. Got to go for this. Got to go for your permit. Got to go for your registration. Register your car. Pay your rent. Pay your electricity. Pay your phone. Pay whatever. Internet. You know, there's a cost to everything. And I understand that. And this is all also ego-based because these companies have big ego also. Like, ego is not only in individuals, you find it in corporations also. That's a big egotistic trip, corporation, because they want to be better than another one. Like, Nike is to be better than Reebok. I don't think Nike and Reebok are really together. The one who wants to sell and the other one too. So it's all about ego and boosting their ego. You know, the ego is so... you dissolve the ego, you dissolve the overlay. That's for sure. And indoctrination. Indoctrination put a lot of pressure because it's constant repeat until you accept it as truth and reality, like the ball earth. Like the ball earth. That is a freaking lie. Everything is a lie. There's so much lie in this world. I don't trust nothing anymore. I don't trust nothing, and I don't trust them at all. Don't trust the government 1 second. Not even to a blink of an eye. Like, I question everything they give us, for sure, because I know there is lots of lies. If they can lie about one thing, they're going to lie. If, you know, one truth, which is me, can always stand taller than 1,000 lies. I can destroy their whole world of lies here today. Bang, one shot. So, you know, the truth will always stand taller than their lies. And the truth is our job to carry the truth. And there will always be people carrying the truth. Look, it made its way all the way to today. And it's because people are carrying the truth. And it's our job. Our job is not to give in to the pressure of Babylon and be enslaved. No, our job is to have a sense of mission and come here to change things. Change ourselves on the personal level first. You know, change yourself, change your ways, change the way you interact with other people. Very important. You know, you can look at changing a lot of stuff, but the first thing we must, I think, start to change is the way we interact with other people. Free will with no real choice of selection other than what's supplied. Exactly. Yeah, that's what we have, free will with what is in front of us. But that's why designing our life, that's why I'm trying to design my life to really be independent and to know to have this this possibility to I know the possibility is out there to expand, for sure. It's there, it's accessible, It's not just some of us that can reach greatness. We can all reach greatness, but it's just if we let pressure get to us, the pressure of Babylon, we become unfocused. So minimize the bills, minimize all the distraction, everything that come from Babylon, minimize it. Find balance. Very important to have a good balance, to have a not only balance for me is finding balance inside my soul. No balance inside my soul on the scale too. On the scale too, you should have balance on the scale, but have a good number on the balance. But that's another thing. That's the beginning of the journey. The beginning of releasing the pressure of Babylon is probably stop ingesting their poison. Stop ingesting their poison food. It's all over the hot dogs and shit like that. That's all poison. It's all poison, and people because people don't know. People don't know. They're very very unconscious. They think that that's reality. They take the reality that is given to us as real. I took it as real. Like we don't question. We don't question because we don't think they're gonna lie to us. Also, we don't think that it's that bad. But whatever you think the government is doing, they're doing much way worse than that. Much worse than you can ever imagine what they do. That's what they do. There are evil people. Yeah. Big time evil, manipulating the people's mind. Why do you manipulate the people's mind? Why do you lie to people? Why you lie to people, Babylon? Huh? Why do you lie to us? We have enough of your lies now. We're waking up and seeing through your freaking illusion, your madness, your evil stuff. We know where it starts, your evil stuff too. Before we couldn't put the finger on why it's so evil and stuff. We know today. We know why it's so evil. Because it's filled with lies. Filled with lies and pressure and propaganda. It's a world built on propaganda. Built on propaganda, simple and clear to me. They're not our friends at all. They're not our friends. They are evil people. We are one with them, for sure. I can accept the wholeness, the connection, but they're not on the same state of mind as me. That's for sure. That's for sure. They are very evil, and they have to work on themselves to see something, see the light, or I don't know. To me, it's not because they're not rescuable. All this will dissolve from within. If you talk about government, if you talk about big ego corporations and stuff, it's all going to dissolve from within as we become more aware of who we are. Because as we become more aware of who we are, we're going to let go of the ego. You are aware of the ego. You might react again from the ego side, but don't call it the ego. Call it your old programming because you are aware of the ego now. So the ego is not there anymore. The ego dissolved. The moment you're aware of an illusion, it dissolved. The moment I got aware about that freaking ball Earth being a lie, it dissolved. I'm not living on a ball no more. I don't know where I am, but that's the other thing. I don't know where I am, but I know I'm not on a ball. I'm not a monkey floating on a ball. But, if you take everything they say for we live in a society where lies becomes truth. It's pretty fucking sick. I'm sorry, but it's pretty fucking sick. I'm sorry. It's crazy, the freaking world. I'm about to lose it here and start swearing. I'm about to lose it and start swearing. That's what I was telling myself today. I said, I think I'm going to get onto another gear more. But I don't want to change myself. I don't want to change who I am. I've always been very peaceful, but I like to speak my mind for sure. But I'm not, I want to see a change, and I don't want to see a change with violence and ego and stuff. And this would be probably my ego programming. We live in a world where compassion is gone from the heart of people. So we have to bring back compassion. And this is what I want to see. I want to see a compassionate world around me, not just a world of illusion. So, it's very important to do our part, and just Stay centered. Stay focused on our journey. And that becomes accessible. The focus, you can have it every day. The focus, if you minimize the pressure on your head. If you minimize it, you can always minimize the pressure. It's not something that motivating the masses to wake up. Yeah, the masses have to wake up. The masses are very, very blind, very blind. People are so blind. But I think, it's because we're taking out, they take our focus away. They take our focus away by feeding us lies and creating a reality that is false, that is filled with lies. So they create pressure. They create pressure for sure, especially with money and money. I think honestly that the biggest pressure that you have that prevents you, from my experience, the biggest pressure we have is paying our bills. It's paying our bills, our rent, the stuff we have to pay every month. That's why minimizing your consuming habits and changing your consuming habits and growing food for yourself. I started that this year. There's all kinds of food around my house growing because that's that's the change I want to see. I don't want to be only relying on supermarket to feed myself. Like, I'm growing all kinds of veggies all over, broccoli. I have a cauliflower, onions, carrots. What did I plant? All kinds of stuff just to release the pressure a bit. To release the pressure, to all kinds of herbs. I have salad. I'm going to have at least 100 pounds of salad. I think I have so much salad. It's crazy. A lot of stuff. I'm going to raise wood beds there, flower beds, and I'm going to plant other stuff. Just to make sure I release, I want to release the pressure the most possible. So I'm going to start growing my own food and freeze it for the winter. Who cares? You can freeze pepper, you can freeze onion, you can freeze. So I freeze it and I keep it for the winter. Here it's kind of cold in the winter, so we don't grow food. But we have a good 6 months that we can grow a lot of food and take advantage of it. But most people also, by not being more self-sufficient, create more pressure. If you rely on everything in Babylon to feed you, to nourish your soul, you're going to have a Babylon kind of style of life. But if you trust yourself that you can make it and release the pressure, you're going to find ways out of no ways to make it happen, for sure. So releasing the pressure, very important. We can do our part to release the pressure, for sure. They cause a lot of pressure, but we can do our part also to minimize the pressure. I experience it right now. The to not put pressure on my head, especially when you start a business. Starting a business is a lot of pressure, but because at the end you're going to be it says it, busyness. So you're busy. And that creates a lot of pressure because now if you start a business, you get the paperwork to do, the government paperwork. Here in Quebec, every 3 months, they ask you for an amount in advance on your income tax. Imagine if you have a business, like I started a business on eBay, they were asking me every 3 months to pay them in advance. Imagine on the stuff that I would plan to sell. I had to pay them. Hey, what the fucking bullshit is that? Never paid them. Fuck it. If you think I'm going to pay you in advance, yeah, kiss my ass. Kiss my ass, the government, especially here in Quebec. They're so shark. Revenu Québec is a shark, for sure. But they're all shark. They're all, how do you call that? Anyway, manipulators. Manipulators, they manipulate us on so many levels. So many levels. The laws, too many laws, way too many laws. Way too many laws. And all the laws are there to... they create more and more all the time. Create more to control people more. To put more fear, more doubt. Too much control, too much control. Look at the means of control around us. That puts a lot of pressure on people's head. Oh, and the lies constantly fed to us. The but the lies is not really, like I say, it's not really the lies that bother me. It's more the insult to my intelligence. The insult to my intelligence is really something that I take very seriously, and that because I know now also that I've been manipulated, so I concentrate on uh, redoing the blueprint of my mind to really empower myself to find that meaning of life, to find that meaning. Love is the meaning, but there's also another meaning that you have to find yourself. The meaning of your existence, the meaning of your presence here. It's good to talk about humanity, but you personally have a purpose here. And that's the thing. We all have a purpose together, but it's not only to look outside of ourselves and say, we are one, and other people are speaking out, so we're waking up. No, it's up to you also to do your part. We must all do our part and speak out to whoever we meet, whoever we but not whoever we meet, but whoever we come in contact that are ready to receive the information. For sure, give it for sure. That's how we're gonna. That's how we're gonna elevate by connecting, sharing. There's some people ready to receive that message. Some people like me, you will just tell them flat earth, and the whole truth is in their face. The whole truth is in their face. Some people, you will tell them flat earth, and they will start to laugh and start debunking it for 6 months before they come to it, before they come to the realization that it's true. A lot of people have said that on YouTube, like they have searched in it to make sense of it. Like, what is that? Just that is very, very confusing. Very confusing, because for me, the moment I saw the video, I didn't even look at it. I jumped off my chair and I went to see my son, and I said, I discovered the truth. We're not living on a ball. We're not living on a ball. We're not monkeys. Yeah. And I was freaking out. So, to me, it was instantaneous because I was on the path of seeking something inside of me. So probably something from the outside came also. But it's very empowering anyway to find out how this game is played, how this game is laid out, how the actors acts in this game to cause pressure, because it's the same thing. Once you can recognize the pressure around you, you will dissolve it. You will dissolve the pressure. You will do everything in your power if you are conscious that you're under pressure to release that pressure, that's for sure. It's like a pressure cooker that's under pressure. Under pressure. At one point, yeah, he must release his pressure. He cannot, there's always a little bell on top, that release the pressure. My mom used to have that, the pressure cooker. She used to close the thing and put a little thing on top, and it used to release the pressure. But that's what we have to do with our life. We're so close-minded under pressure, like a pressure cooker. So put the thing on top and release the pressure. You can do this. I think it's a very, very good analogy, and we should take our life very seriously and not give in to the pressure of Babylon so much. And the fear, especially the fear. We give in to the fear that we doubt ourselves. We doubt ourselves that we can make it. We doubt each other. We doubt ourselves, because if not, we would not adapt. I trust myself that I can get on to a job and make it, for sure. But where I mean we doubt ourselves is when come times to manifest the greatness. I can go to a job and perform a job or learn any kind of job. That's okay. But personal mastery and becoming conscious and becoming aware, hey, that's not taught on the job site. That's not taught in school. That's taught in life. Life will teach you that if you reach out to life. If you give thanks for life, you will learn a lot. Life will be your biggest teacher, for sure. But Give attention, pay attention, do whatever you want. I don't like to pay attention. Why would I have to pay for attention? Give attention, stay focused. Stay focused is the because it's all in your state of mind. You know, coming to do those talk here in the morning, I could, if I have constantly stuff worrying me, money situation or stuff that worry me, I will not focus and be able to deliver a good talk here because my mind will be preoccupied. So freeing the pressure while also freeing your preoccupied mind by nonsense, by stuff that is taking you away from the here and now. That's also what's going to happen with the pressure. It's taking you away from the here and now you're out of the dream of life. You know, we're here to it's a dream. Life is a dream of the creator. So we are in a dream of the creator, experiencing his dream subjectively in each and every one of us. So why not be part of it? Why sell yourself short and sign out of your body early for? Why sign out early for? Give thanks for life. Release the pressure. Release the pressure. Best thing you can probably do in your life is work on yourself. That will help you release a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure will be released once you start working on yourself because you're going to make sense of reality. You're going to make sense of who you are. You're going to make sense of a bit of where you are or where you're not. More of where you're not. Because where we are on a plane. Yeah, for sure. The Earth is a plane. I can see it being a. Because look, there's not, if you want to talk about shapes or stuff, it's not a million possible. It's either flat or it's a ball. But a ball, it's just a ball is impossible. Impossible. Yeah, it's impossible. How do you want the water to hold? What, you telling me gravity? Like, what is that? Madness. Madness, pure madness, pure pseudoscience, and I don't know. Me, I don't buy into this shit anymore. Fuck it, no more, no more Babylon. You won't get me. I know your world is filled with lies, and the ball hurt, and everything goes in it. And I'm not. I'm very happy to know it. Very happy to know that my mind is not constantly being unfocused because I'm able to focus. I'm able to do my thing and to every day rise to another level because I'm able to see clear in their distraction madness. But it's up to us, people, to wake up and to start asking questions. It's very simple. Sometimes I wonder why I come here on YouTube and say that because it's so simple. Life is so we're just blind to it. We're just blind to it because all the glories, all the wonders, the mysteries are accessible. It's just that we have a preconceived reality, conceptualized reality, and that's what we go on. We go on with the reality concept of Babylon. That's our reality for most of us. So the moment we're gonna, as a collectivity, realize that we're lied to, realize that they lie to us, that it's filled with lies and nonsense and manipulation and propaganda, that Babylon is very wicked and dirty and play dirty tricks on us, it's going to change. It's going to change. But if we stay dormant and we keep playing the tricks for them and performing their dirty tricks and, the satanic rituals and all that, has to end. It has to end. We have to, as a people, take back our power. Take back our power and see clear in Babylon's madness. We are in a decade of consciousness where people are, where we can envision at least and have hope for humanity. Because a lot of us are asking questions, not only on YouTube, but pretty much everywhere. But a lot of us on YouTube, that's where we go to talk about our stuff. And so don't let yourself be confused. Don't let yourself be distracted and under pressure. Rise and shine. Live your dreams. Concentrate. Focus on your stuff. Minimize your bills. So you can have focus. Because the more bills you have to pay, the more stuff you have to meet every month that is not working on your dreams, going to take you away from that focus, from your goals. So minimize your consuming habit. change them. Change your consuming habit too. It's very important. You don't need to consume that much. You don't need much. You can recycle a lot of stuff. You don't need to buy everything brand new also. When you buy brand new, you encourage the beast. The mark of the beast is on every barcode. If you look at the barcode, the first two lines, two thin lines is a 6. In the middle, you often have two thin lines, another 6. And at the end, another two thin line is a 6. You have the 666 in there. It's the mark of the beast. It's not bad. It's not, they have inverted it. I'm not saying 666 is bad here at all. It's very sacred. But they invert everything to make us believe it's evil. 666, the mark of the beast. Everything is sacred here. Everything is sacred and divine. So there's not. They just tend to make us believe that this is evil. You gonna die because of the emission of your car. You gotta go get it checked and this and that, and just bring more money to them also, because that's a will. And just like you said, going to get your car checked for emissions brings a lot of money in. That brings a lot. That's another racket. There's all kinds of racket all over, rackets and hype. And that's why we play tennis with a racket on the court. Yeah, it's all linked. It's all linked. The whole world's upside up. The whole world's upside up. So it's not only flat earth or other stuff. We live to pay bills paid by fruits of our labor. Yeah, exactly. We live to pay bills. That's what we do. But I think we're not just here for that. We're not just here to pay bills and die. That's for sure. We must pay our bills. Like it's not a must. Like apparently you can get out from paying your bills, but I've never tried. It's not something I've tried, but I think you can, emancipate yourself enough from that pressure that, start working on yourself. Create, again, you want to create something, not something that you're fully invested and busy all the time. Like the business that I was doing on eBay was perfect because I wasn't even there. I wasn't shipping the stuff. I had nothing here. All I was doing was playing with the money over the internet. That's all I was doing. So, I was having a lot of time for myself. So designing an online business is good. Online business, and you make it work by itself. Like you set up your store or whatever, and people go by, and it can even work during the night, and the money come in during the night, during the day, come in every time. At one point, I had $1,000 a day coming in. I was freaking out. $1,000 a day in my PayPal account. I was like, what the fuck is that? But it took me like 8 months of paying $600 per month to keep the store alive and to believe in it and trust that I was going to make it. But I trusted myself and I made it. I made a huge chunk of money that year. And but I took that as an experience. It's not the money or the reward in this, is the experience and the trust in myself and the strength that I found from that experience, that you can create anything you want if you believe in it. If you believe in it, you can sell an igloo to an Eskimo. That's for sure. You can do anything with your life. Once you put your mind to it and you have your focus, you're not distracted by your bills and you're late in your bills and you skip 2 car payments, to make it at the end of the month. Like it's not a way to live. Skipping your payments and postponing your payments to pay another bill or this and that. I've done it often. Postponing one bill to pay another, and that's what we are. That's the pressure we're under. We all have, we're all gonna get at one point behind in our bills because it's so much pressure, so much. So don't get too far behind on your bills, because that takes your focus away big time. Now that's all you think about: how to pay your bills, how to not get your electricity cut or your internet or your phone, or that takes away your focus totally, and you cannot work on your personal mastery. So anyway, that was my intervention here this morning. Rise and shine. That's my message. We'll stay like that. Yeah. Rise and shine, live your dreams, and design a life where you minimize the pressure from Babylon. It's possible. It's possible to minimize the pressure, and we are becoming conscious of a lot of stuff. So becoming conscious of our where our focus goes is a must. Because where attention goes, energy flows. Yeah, something like that. Something like that. But the energy, we must let it flow just like the love. Let the love flow. Let the love flow. Rise and shine. Rise in love. Ease out. Boom.